Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss about the important part of looping, that is the loop control statements. We will explore the break and continue statements which will allow us to fine tune how our loops operate. These statements give us the power to alter the normal flow loops, making them incredibly versatile for solving the real world problems also. For instance, you might want to stop a loop early when the specific condition is met, or you may want to skip certain iterations that don't meet your criteria. So by understanding and applying these control statements, you will be able to make your code more efficient and better suited to handle the complex situations also. Let's get started and see how these statements can bring precision to our loops. To understand the break and continue statement, we will take examples and understand this concept with that same examples only. So go to the VS Code to experiment the same. So here the first example is for the break, and this break statement is used to exit the loop completely regardless of whether the loop condition is true or not. Once the break statement is executed, the loop stops, but the remaining part of the program continues with the given data. So as you can see in the example, the for loop is given for I in range 1 to 10. Here the condition is given if I equal 5, then break. The loop will start from 1, then 2, 3, 4. Once the value 5 comes, it goes into the if. So 5 equal 5, that is true, and it will execute the keyword break. So the break means the loop stops and the remaining part of the program continues. So let us run the program. Here, as you can see, it will print up to 1, 2, 3, 4 only. As the value of 5 comes, we come out from the for loop. And after for loop, there is no any other data given, so the program stops. Let us change the data. Suppose after for loop, I am writing the printing statement, program over. And I am changing the condition being the if I equal 6. So now our program will start from 1 to 5. At the 6, break gets executed. We come out of the for loop and the remaining part of the program continues. So again, run the program. Here you can see that the loop started from 1 to 5. The range is given from 1 to 10, but with the satisfaction of the specific condition and the execution of the break, we exit from the loop. After exiting the loop, the program continues. So that's why, as you can see outside the for loop in the program, the statement written is program over. So this statement also gets executed in the program. So the last statement is program over and then program stops. So this break statement is very much helpful when we want to stop our iteration based on the satisfaction of the specific conditions. Let us go to the continue statement. This continue statement skips the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration and goes back to the loop condition to continue with the next iteration. That means in the case of break loop, we are exiting the loop, but in the case of continue statement, we are skipping one specific iteration based on the satisfied condition only. After skipping that iteration, our loop will continue for the remaining number of iterations. Consider the example. As you can see, for loop is started from 1 to 10. Here, if I equal 5, that means continue. Continue means we will skip the current iteration and go to the next iteration. So in this program, the loop skips the printing of 5 because of the continue statement, but continues the loop for the remaining values. Run the program and check the output. Here, as you can see, it has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 is skipped and then again printed 6, 7, 8, 9. So with the satisfaction of the specific condition, the continue statement skips the current iteration and go to the next iteration. It do not directly stop the loop. So the break statement is useful to stop the loop, whereas continue statement is useful to skip the specific iteration based on the requirement. So here we have explored the powerful concepts of loop control statement, that is break and continue, and learned how they can help us to fine tune our loops to solve specific problems more efficiently. These tools are very much useful for optimizing some of the processes and avoiding unnecessary iterations also. I encourage you to practice these concepts and experiment with applying them to various problems in your field. With time and practice, you will see how much they can enhance your programming skill and problem solving abilities. So keep exploring, keep coding, and I will see you in our next session.